Hi everybody and welcome to my latest YouTube video. It's Beetle Dave, your friendly neighbourhood record collector, calling to you from Derby in the UK. I hope you're all fine and well out there. Big shout out to everybody who's subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much. You know you're doing me very, very proud at the minute. Now I did a video either last week or the week before and was on about the concert for George. DVD. I did say at the time I've sort of got back into this because we've had a few bank holidays in the UK. So I've, when the weather's been nice, me and Sue's been sat outside listening to music, and we've been listening to quite a bit of this concert for George, which was done on, was it the first anniversary of his passing? And I've really got back into it. I have got it on CD, but I did say that I'd not got it on vinyl, and that was on my next wants list sort of thing, or wish list. So I've been looking on eBay, and it goes for a hell of a lot of money. You're talking well over £100. I actually thought it was a 4 LP box set, but it's actually 8 discs into it, I think. Like I say, I've got the original CD that came out at the time, and then I've got this original DVD, which is not the remastered one that was released a couple of years ago. But I've struck gold, folks. I have struck gold, and I know I've been very, very lucky with this. I got it off eBay. I got it for a really, really good price. It was brand new. The seller said he'd only played, a couple of the songs once. I hadn't played every album or every song. It has got the original box, but unfortunately the box has got a little bit of damage on it. That's the only thing wrong with it, but it doesn't matter in the wider scheme of things. It doesn't matter because you don't play the box. Just the box is nice to have. So it came yesterday. Actually came yesterday. I have been waiting for well over a week, but then obviously we had the coronation last weekend and things like that. So I wasn't that bothered. I knew it was on its way. The seller had been in contact with me saying, "Don't worry, Dave. It is on its way. We've been away for a couple of days. We didn't think it was going to be away as long as we was. It'll get posted as soon as we get back." And once I got that, within 2 days or 3 days, it was here. So yeah. So shall we have a look at it, folks? I'm very, very excited to have this. Like I say, I'd sort of forgot about this ever been on an LP. I'd sort of forgot about the concert in a lot of ways. Well, I hadn't, but it was a long time since I'd listened to it or watched it. Just before doing this video, I did watch a video on YouTube of Eric Clapton and Paul McCartney doing While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Fantastic version. And right at the end, you can see the emotion is starting to get to Eric. Because they were best friends. No matter what happened, they were best friends, weren't they? So without ado, we'll have a look at this. I have opened it. I did open it this morning just to check that everything was in it. And it's very, very heavy. Really, really is heavy. Now, that is the damage. Just that little bit there on the corner. He said it was damaged in the post when he got it. So that is all the track listing on it. Would you like me to go through the track listing on each LP? The Royal Albert Hall, November the 29th, 2002. A tribute to George Harrison under the music direction of Eric Clapton. Featuring Joe Brown, Gary Booker, Eric Clapton, Danny Harrison, Jules Holland and Sam Brown, Jeff Lynne, Paul McCartney, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Billy Preston, Monty Python, Ravi and Anishka Shankar and Ringo Starr. Poor old Ringo's left right to the end, look, to get a mention. So side one, you get Serve Shama, Traditional Prayer. Then you get Your Eyes, Sitar Solo. And then you get The Inner Light, and that is lead vocal by Jeff Lynne. Side two, you get Arpan. I think I pronounced that right. I probably haven't, known me. It's Arpan, and that is Ravi Shankar's daughter, Alushka, who also backs Jeff Lynne on the Inner Light, by the way. So that is a whole side, that one. Side three, you get Sit on My Face, Monty Python. I mean, it's okay. I know Monty Python, you know, the Monty Python team and George Harrison were great sort of like, you know, friends, but I don't think it's the best song that they could have sung on here. The Lumberjack song, yeah, I've got no problem with that. And apparently Tom Hanks was in the Lumberjack song. Can't remember. Then you get I Want to Tell You, Jeff Lynne. If I Needed Someone, Eric Clapton. Old Brown Shoe, Gary Booker. And then Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth, Jeff Lynne. Side 4. Beware of Darkness, Eric Clapton. Here Comes the Sun, Joe Brown. That's the Way It Goes, Joe Brown. Horse to Water, Sam Brown. Then you've got Taxman, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Side 5. I Need You, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Handle with Care, which is actually a very, very good rendition on this concert. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with Jeff Lynne and Denny Harrison. Isn't It a Pity, Billy Preston. Photograph, Ringo Starr. Side 5 is side 6, Honey Don't, Ringo Starr. For You Blue, Paul McCartney. Because you're sweet and lovely girl, I want you. Something, Paul McCartney and Eric Clapton. Again, very, very moving footage if you ever watch the concert of that. All Things Must Pass, Paul McCartney. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Paul McCartney and Eric Clapton. Side 7, My Sweet Lord, Billy Preston. Did you know, interesting fact, folks, Billy Preston's version of My Sweet Lord was actually released before George Harrison's version, although George had wrote it. Then you get Wah Wah, Eric Clapton and band, and then I'll See You in My Dreams, Joe Brown. Fantastic song. Side 8 is an etching. You can't play it, it's a lovely etching. So everything comes out like so. But I've left something in there. Right, so that is the box. Concert for George, 4 LP set. So it is a 4 LP set, isn't it? Not 8 discs, I meant 8 sides, sorry. It's early in the morning, folks. And you do, I don't know if you can see it, but you like get all like this markings all around here, which is meant to be on it, by the way. Fantastic early photo of George from the height of Beatlemania sort of thing, 1964. Celebrating the life and music of George Harrison for the first time on vinyl. 4 LP box set includes a special etched side 8 with performances by Eric Clapton, Jeff Lynne, Paul McCartney, Tom Petty, Monty Python, Ravi and Anushka Shankar and Ringo Starr. Contains the complete sound recordings from the concert for George as presented on November the 29th, 2002 at the Royal Albert Hall in Liverpool. London, sorry. Why did I say Liverpool? I'm not with it today, folks. Sorry. Yeah, lovely, isn't it? And it is really, really nicely made, this as well. You know, it's not flimsy. It is actually, you know, a sturdy construction. If you hear any like noises in the background, it's because I'm having to do this on my phone. Now, although the airplane mode is on, if somebody sends me a message, it can still come through. So if you hear any bings and things like that, it's the phone, it's not me. We get a little booklet. I won't show you everything in it, I'll just flip through it and... I presume this booklet is basically the same as the booklet that was in the DVD thing. Lovely photo of George and Danny. Anything we're doing booklets, it's hard to do them justice in one way. All I wanted to do was really share our love for George and his music with the people. I need to do this for him, but it's for me most of all. I need to be able to express my grief in this sort of way, and that is actually what what Eric Clapton said about the concert. Quite flimsy this is actually, so I'm actually dead excited to have this at long last on vinyl. I bet it must have been a wonderful concert to go and see, you know, this. Travelling Wilburys. A few of the guys I had not met before and became great pals. Just how you'd like it, really. Nice people wanting to do good for George. That's what Jacqueline said. So this is a nice thing to have. Then it goes through all the musicians that contributed on this album. So you got people like Ray Cooper, Jim Horn, Jim Keltner, Albert Lee, Andy Fairweather Lab. I didn't even know he was on this, to be honest. Mark Mann, Tom Scott, Klaus Foreman. Then obviously you've got the Heartbreakers. So you've got you know, Joe Brown's band. Well, just tell you everybody that's contributed on there. So if you want to freeze frame it and zoom in, you'll be able to see, which I don't think that had in the DVD box set, did it? Produced by Jeff Lynne, supervising engineer Ryan Ulte, mixed by Jeff Lynne and Ryan Ulte. So you've got all the production credits and everything on there as well. Nice photo of George there from the 1970s. Yes, that is actually quite an amazing book, or booklet. Now we get the albums. I presume these are all the same. No, they're not. See, every one of these albums might look the same on the front, but they've got different photos on the back, or different portraits of George through the years. So this is LP1, which is mainly sort of like Indian music, isn't it? Although Jeff Lynne does do the Inner Light, and you get that photo of George there from either the late 60s or 70s. I'd say it's the 70s, but it could be the late 60s. Do you want to have a look at the labels, folks? Day Glow yellow inner sleeve. Unfortunately not anti-static sleeve, so that's something that I'll have to put them into. There is some like bits of dust on these, but I haven't cleaned them or anything yet. So that is side one. Like I say, side two is just one song. Nice heavyweight record. I presume these are 180 gram. So that's record one. Oh, nearly dropped it then, folks. I'll put it there. Get record two. No. Right, these have all, right, sorry, right. They're all out of sequence. Right. Now we're cooking with gas. LP2. And you get a very, very early photo of George Hiya before the Beatles were famous. I think that was somewhere near where we used to live, if I remember rightly. So on there you've got Sit on My Face, the Lumberjack song, I Want to Tell You, If I Needed Someone, Old Brown Shoe, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. Then you've got Beware of Darkness, Here Comes the Sun, That's the Way It Goes, Horse to Water and Taxman. Some fantastic songs on there, aren't they? Oh, and you get a different coloured sleeve on this one. I will show you the labels. I know they're all going to be the same, but we might as well. If we're looking at the inner sleeves, because it looks like all these are going to be different, might as well look at the labels, aren't we? I know I'm very, very lucky to have this. Cheers, everybody, by the way. So, record 3. You've got I Need You, Handle with Care, Isn't It a Pity, and Photograph. Then on side 6, you've got Honey Don't, For You Blue, Something, All Things Must Pass, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Now, I'd say side 6 so far is like the most emotional sort of songs. I mean, when you're watching them being performed on the DVD, you can see the love that Eric Clapton's putting into playing his guitar and singing, and you can also see the love that Paul's doing has got for singing the songs and the emotions that he's putting into it as well. Really, really fantastic. Yeah. Well, Susie Sue's just come to fill me a cup of coffee up. Yeah, so you know, I just wish I'd have been at this concert, but I wasn't, unfortunately. But this is the next best thing, isn't it? I've got the DVD, I've got the CDs, and I've got the LPs as well. Another early photo there. I don't know if that was from when there was in Hamburg, possibly, because I think George was that side and John was that side, wasn't it? I think I seem to remember seeing that somewhere before. This time it's on yellow again. So this is the final one, which is LP4. Bear in mind, you've got only one side of music on this. So you've got My Sweet Lord by Billy Preston, Wah Wah, Eric Clapton and his band, and then I'll See You in My Dreams. Every time I hear that song, I'll See You in My Dreams, it brings a tear to my eye. But I don't think that was one of George's songs, though, was it? But it's a fitting end to this concert. It really is a fitting end to the concert. And if you watch it on YouTube, everybody gets on stage at the end of it. Very, very moving, again. Back to the purpley coloured one. I will try and show you the etchings, but I don't know if this camera's going to get it or not. Like I said, there's a few bits of dust on it because I haven't cleaned it. So that's the final side, but wait till you see this. Wait till you see this next side. Can you see that? You can't play it. Isn't that weird? Weird and wonderful. Yeah, great, isn't it? So that's it. That is the concert for George, which was held in November of 2002. At the Royal Albert Hall in London. Now the other strange fact, or it's not a fact, is George actually did a concert at the Royal Albert Hall in the late 90s. Don't say hello, Susie Sue. No, she's shy. She's shy, but she just brought me a nice hot cup of coffee up. Looks after me. Yeah, George actually did a concert at the Royal Albert Hall. I think it was backed by the Eric Clapton band, but I'm not sure. But my old mate, my Beatle cousin, Beatley Tone, so check out his channel, Beatley Tone's Beatles channel, was actually looking up to go and see that. It was something to do with, was it for the National Law Party or something like that? It was when one of the elections was going on anyway, and it was something to do with the Maharvashi Yogi Bear or whatever he was called. He was lucky enough to go and see that, and he has done a video on that. And it's quite funny because he says he was sat there and all that was going through his head was how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. So that's just a little bit of trivia there. I hope you don't mind me mentioning that, Tone. I'm sure you won't. I think you've got this LP as well, haven't you, Tone? Like I say, I couldn't justify paying over £100 for this. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but at the present moment in my situation, I couldn't spend that much money on a record. But luckily, I didn't pay that much for it. I paid £60. £60 for this. Now, I think I've got a bargain. Don't get me wrong. If times were a little bit better, I would have gone out and bought this brand new. But I've got a lot of problems going on at the minute, shall we say, with the car that I bought, and the bloke is being a complete arsehole, basically. But I'm not going to go into that, because every time I go into that, I just start to get depressed. So I'm not going to go into that. So, yeah, fantastic album. I would highly recommend it. Because I don't think this came out till 2018, did it? Yeah, 2018 this was released. The DVD and the CD came out virtually straight away, didn't it? I think the original CD, which is what I've got, it is the original one, not the remastered version that came out probably came out when this came out, didn't it? The remastered one of these probably came out when this did. Yeah, because that says on there, I'm sure that says 2005 that came out, that DVD, 2005. So yeah, so I've got the triple now. I've got the DVD, I've got the CD, and I've got this lovely, amazing, and I do mean this, I'm not taking the mickey, this amazing box set. When there's a George Harrison concert, not a George Harrison concert, well, this is it, isn't it? But he could have been there, couldn't he? And I'm sure he was there in spirit. Look, I mean, that's nothing, is it? Yes, it doesn't look very nice, but yeah, £60. And they go £100 plus on eBay. So I know I still spent a lot of money on it, don't get me wrong, but I think that's worth every penny. I really do think that is worth every penny, and I'm extremely lucky to have got it for that price. There was some on there that wanted like £200 odd for them. But if you haven't got it and you want it, you're going to pay it, aren't you? This is a thing with being a record collector. If you want something bad enough, you will pay whatever somebody is willing to pay you for it, or you will pay whatever somebody will sell it to you for. It's like that, never mind the bollocks that I got the other day. Somebody told me that could be worth up to £85. Now, I'm not going to sell it, but £85 for a record that I got for nothing. This is one that's going to go in my box sets, so I've got to tidy the room up again now, haven't I? I will learn one day, you know, I will learn one day. But like I say, this is one that has been on my wish list or my wants list for a few years now. Probably since it came out, to be honest. But I know when this came out, it was very, very expensive. I know you could get from places like HMV and things like that. But I know it was really, really expensive when it came out on vinyl. Because, of course, when the original DVD and CD came out, this wasn't released on vinyl, was it? Cracking. I'm so happy to have it. Really, I'm so happy to have this. Really am. I know there's been other people that have featured this on their videos. So I know I'm late to the party in one way, but I'm just so excited to have it, and I've got to share it with you all. So I hope that's okay. I hope that will do for content for this video and keep you all happy. So look out, you know, you might be lucky if you haven't got this on vinyl. You know, you might keep an eye out, you know, and you never know. You might one day be lucky and get it for a decent price like me. If you've got plenty of money and you don't mind spending, you know, a couple of £100 on it, by all means get it. It's still worth the money. Whatever you can get that for is worth the money. You will not be disappointed. You know, yes, I didn't really pay a lot, did I? To be honest, so I'm happy with it, and it's going to sit nicely on there with the rest of my George Harrison collection. I am still toying with the idea of probably one day getting the George Harrison vinyl box set. Although, to be honest, now there would be nothing new in that because I've got everything. You know, I've got all the original albums. I've got the 12 inches that came with it. I've got the live piece in Japan now and the brainwashed LP. But again, if I could ever get that for decent price, I would get it. Starting to mumble on a bit now, so I will apologise. We are going out for dinner with my mum in a bit, which is going to be nice. So there probably won't be another video today. And then I'm back at work tomorrow for 4 12-hour shifts. Yay, can't wait. But you don't want to know about that, do you? So yes, so remember folks, you know, always look out. There is still bargains to be found. You might have to look really, really hard for them. But you know I'm extremely lucky to get this for what I paid for it. So thank you to the chap that sold it me. I was going to write your name down, mate, and I forgot what it was. So, but I did say I was going to feature it in a video, and he says, yeah, go ahead, Dave, you know. So yeah, fantastic. I will cherish this. I will love it. And God bless you all. That's all I can say. As always, whatever you're doing, please stay safe. You know, if you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing because it is free. If you've liked the video, leave me a thumbs up because that helps to promote the channel to a wider audience. And you know, remember, you are the beat in Beetle Dave. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? And I love doing it. So you know, if you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing, or tell your friends. You know, check out Beetle Dave. He's got some good records. He mumbles a bit, but yeah, he's got some great records, and he's losing the plot a bit sometimes. But hey ho. All right, so that's going to be it. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. If you're out record collecting, I hope you find some nice bargains. And if any of you have got this on vinyl, tell me what you think about it. I think it's a fantastic box set. And I do mean that. I'm not just saying it because I've got it. I'm not being big-headed, saying, you know, telling you how much they go for and how much I've got it for. The reason I tell you what I've paid for this is because it just proves what is out there. You know, I'm not being smug or anything like that, honestly. That's not me. You know, I just tell people if I bought a record, what I bought it for, and that's it. Some people don't tell you, do they, what they paid for records. Some people do, some people don't. We're all different, aren't we? The more I look at this, the more proud I am to have it. So peace, love and happiness to you all. Stay safe. Check out, there might be another video today, I don't know. I've got one that I want to do, but I've got to do something first to see if it's okay. So as always, love to you all. Beetle Dave loves you. Bye.